Dmitry Bivol has fought and beaten them all. Counter boxers, pressure boxers, volume boxers, movers. But despite all of that, he said this.
Who's the hardest fighter that you fought?
You know, every fight is hard. You know, I remember even Craig Richards, when I was fighting Craig Richards in England, it wasn't easy for me.
Now when fans hear this, it doesn't make any sense because they're looking for volume punches, knockdowns, cuts, and they didn't see any of that. But Craig Richards didn't challenge Dmitry Bivol physically, he challenged him mentally by controlling the distance, trying to control time and control rhythm. He pushed Dmitry Bivol in a way he hadn't been pushed before by previous opponents. And Adrien Broner also touches on this exact same thing.
This why the Americans is the best and they don't do this.
We time y'all. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Chill and just time y'all. Back. No, you already hit so many times. I already touched you with the jab. Yeah. I'm here.
Now, when you hear that clip, you shouldn't be thinking about speed, power, or endurance because it's actually about timing and rhythm. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Now, once you get to your opponent's timing and the rhythm of their attack, you can disrupt it by stepping off. You can disrupt it by stepping in and attacking. You can disrupt it by holding. You can disrupt it in so many ways. But the initial thing is to first be patient enough to catch the timing and rhythm, and then you can attack. And that's exactly what Craig Richards did. He was patient enough to force Dmitry Bivol to attack first, and then he can disrupt the rhythm. Now, to expand, Craig Richards didn't fight Dmitry Bivol. He fought the distance between them. He fought the rhythm that Dmitry Bivol tried to set. He fought the timing of Dmitry Bivol. When Bivol stepped in, he stepped back. When Bivol stepped back, he stepped in. When Bivol tried to initiate an attack, he would create space. Now, doing all of these things is the battle of technical dominance, which is a very important battle at elite level boxing. Sometimes you see Dmitry Bivol fight really great opponents, such as a Canelo Alvarez. And although these opponents are great boxers from doing ABC, they don't tick the box of D, which is the box you need to tick to beat Dmitry Bivol. Challenge the mind. Now what Adrien Broner is talking about, what Craig Richards exposed, is the fight within the fight. Now the fight is the physical dominance, but the real elite level boxing is technical dominance, is the fight within the fight. It's before you throw and land that right hand, what did you do to set up that right hand? Did you control the distance? Did you set the timing and then upset that timing and throw a shot? Because when you box in this way, your opponent is forced to stress their brain. They're forced to work mentally, and it's very surprising. At elite level boxing, many elites don't do this to the extent of a Dmitry Bivol. So when we watched that fight, Craig Richards was constantly fighting, constantly trying to get a superior position to Dmitry Bivol so he can land his shots. And in doing this, you attack Dmitry Bivol's strongest asset, because his strongest asset isn't the pendulum step. It isn't the high guards. It isn't his pivots. It's his ability to control the time and the rhythm of the bout. And that's what Craig Richards challenged. Now, this is where you can really see that Craig Richards was challenging the timing and rhythm of Dmitry Bivol, when he made Dmitry Bivol do what he usually does to his opponents, and that's making him reach. Now, the difference is that when Dmitry Bivol makes opponents reach, he always makes them pay. And unfortunately, Craig Richards wasn't able to capitalize on this opportunity he created for himself. So we saw that Craig was in range, he's boxing Bivol, that he's feinting, he's dipping, and when Bivol would throw, he was able to step out just enough for the shot to miss. Now, at times Craig would counter him with success, and at times not with success. But in order for you to be able to do that, that means one, you understand the distance between your opponent, so you're able to subtly step out whilst you're still close enough to come back with the counter. You understand their timing, which is how you're able to counter their timing. So you understand the distance, you understand the timing, you come back, and then you come in, which is just what Broner was saying. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, counter. When Broner said by then he would have been hit multiple times, that's exactly what he was alluding to. Now, this is the important part, because this is where fights are won. Now, Craig Richards exposed the weakness, but he didn't exploit it enough. Now, Craig was making a miss, like creating good angles, but he wasn't capitalizing in what he done enough. Whereas Bivol was constantly punching. Every single time Craig Richards wasn't switched on, bap, a jab got flicked out. Whether he's in range or whether he's out of range, he was always touching him, always probing, always keeping his hands moving. And in a 12-round fight, it's the moments that you win that build up the victory in the bigger fights of 12 rounds. So the reason why Dmitry Bivol says this was his hardest fight, the reason why I believe this was his hardest fight, wasn't because he was challenged physically, wasn't because he was hurt, rocked, or he got tired, but it was because he was challenged mentally. He was challenged in a way he hasn't previously been challenged. He was challenged for dominance in angles, dominance in timing, and dominance in rhythm. And this is the blue code to beating technical boxers, being more technical dominant. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please be sure to give this a like, comment, a share, and subscribe. And if you're local in the Forest Gate area, don't be shy to book in a class, and I will teach you these real life boxing skills, boxing IQ, and ring craft. See you soon.